it's crazy, dude, because I literally met you like a year ago. And this is
Yeah.
the first time I've ever seen you.
Yeah, that's how it be. That's how it be with Instagram and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, and then I meet them in person, which is cool. It's like different. I don't know. It's a interesting way to like have a lot of connections. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. So I like to, aside from like bringing on like music artists and stuff,
Yeah.
I would like to think that there's people like us, that are watching this or younger versions of us.
Right.
And everyone thinks that like there's this big divider between them and like people in the industry.
Yeah.
And just bigger people in general. And I'm trying to like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to break it down to tell people that like they're not as different as you think. And like it's a lot more reachable than you think because
Yeah. That's real shit. Because yeah, I feel like there is this idea, and I definitely had this idea that's like, okay, you know, this industry is a massive thing. Like it feels hard to tap into this shit. It feels hard to like make a career. Like, how did these other videographers, directors get these? Like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? And I feel like, and then I mean, some people say, you know, I'm still trying to solidify my career. Like, I'm not where I want to be. I'm still like very hungry, like trying to grow.
Yeah, exactly.
But like people would say, and it's definitely true, I'm more in the industry than I was. You know, I'm more in it than I was when I started. I guess you could say it like that. Like I'm somewhere, I'm not nowhere, which I'm very grateful for. And it just happens. It's like overnight. Like you get a call, you get a DM,
Yeah.
and it's like random almost. I feel like it's just about pushing out the best product you can as a creator. And then it's random. Someone follows you. Oh shit, that person followed me. Like, you know, let me send them a quick DM.
Yeah.
Oh, they like my video. Oh, they DM me. Oh, they called me. Like
It's all happening so fast.
Literally, yeah. I've gotten calls from unknown numbers that's been like some of the biggest projects I've ever worked on. You know what I mean? Like, just put out the product, and I feel like the work will come. And then it's random. Like, it's just so random. I feel like it's just one video, one artist takes notice, one director takes notice as you as an editor, one, you know, local artist like takes notice of your videos and wants to lock in, and it just I feel like it just at a certain point it clicks for real.
How was that? Because I feel like I met you at the right time to still see I'm still seeing the growth and development.
Yeah.
But there was like a point where it was like, all right, I'm doing music videos of people, of course, that because we have our clients that are well known in the city. But then like, boom, it was almost like, all right, I'm doing these shoots for these clients that are in the city. Boom, NBA. Right. Yeah. And like, how was that transition like? Was it like something crazy? Because I was gonna ask you, like, do you feel like it happened not overnight, but more just like I did not expect to get.
It 100% did, yeah, for sure. And that's what I'm saying. Like with the NBA YoungBoy shit, like literally out of nowhere, Rich Porter follows me, like out of nowhere, like never sort of like interact. I just followed him on Instagram, like never DM'd him. I DM'd him after that. Then like out of the blue, he sent me a link to an NBA YoungBoy video, and it was like, that's random. Like that's so random, you know. That's within like, yo, I'll fuck with your work. If you ever need edits, let me know. That's why I sent him. He's like, yo, I fuck with your work as well. What do you charge? Told him my price. Sent me a WeTransfer link to an NBA YoungBoy video. Was like, can you get this done today? And that's just
by the end of the day.
Yeah, that's like completely like. I know I would have never saw that coming. You know what I mean? Like I was still, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like that something like that. It wasn't even literally within 12 hours. Like I had zero, probably like, I had one project that I worked on. It was a G Herbo feature, but that hadn't dropped yet. And then I had like a Blueface feature, which was supposed to drop, but that hadn't dropped yet. Soon as like almost overnight, it was like, now I have like an A-list artist.
Yeah, like you went from like just waking up on a regular day, not knowing that this person was gonna hit you up. what was that day like? Like just the whole day of that editing process? Because I know like if someone hit me up and was like, "Yo, I need this done by the end of the day." Like I don't know how long it takes for you to edit videos, of course.
Yeah.
But I would consider like the end of the day being like, oh shit, like I gotta get going.
Yeah, it was exactly like that. I mean, it was like game time. It was exactly like that. Time to get going. And I did what I could on the given the time frame. Like it wasn't. I don't love that video. Like in terms of like my best work. Like I would not put it up there at all. But I was able to meet the deadline. Like part of the thing, and it's like fucked up, but like deadlines are and reliability is like equally important in a lot of the industries of business, unfortunately. Like it's art and it's cool and we can be creative and stuff, but like deadlines and shit like that is like they're deadlines. Like you gotta make that deadline. So yeah, it was definitely like in other videos also, if it's a deadline, it's a deadline. Gotta do whatever to like meet that deadline.
You ever have a point where you felt like you couldn't expand on like your art in terms of like creation? Because like writers get writer's block.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like it's so hard to make new things nowadays.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think I struggle with like figuring out how to grow, where to go from like where I'm at, like all the time in every project. I also often get disappointed at my projects when they're not all they could be. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a constant challenge of like trying to expand, like use new techniques, and then also like it's a time thing because all right, I want to learn this new technique. I gotta sit down and learn it. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, I got 4 edits. Should I knock those edits out and just knock them out and just do them like I've done, other videos? And they look different. Not saying they all the same, but like should I knock those out or like sit down and learn this new technique? And I'm bad at learning the new techniques. Like I'm not. I often choose to just knock out the edits. Like I gotta get better at like and challenge myself to like create time to learn more stuff, especially on the editing tip, because I feel like okay, I can edit, like it's all right, but like I gotta. Editors are really crazy, like
because there's like the basic skills that like mask them in and freeze, but then it's like I seen this one video of yours and like it was from a long time ago, and like you took that man's brain and you split his brain open. And to me, I was like, bro, how do you even think of that?
Bro, I be thinking of that too, because it's like, damn, I remember that's the Baby Quad Ball Out video.
Yeah.
And bro, I like that shit was mad hard to do. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, how did like I feel like part of me stopped going that hard. Like that shit was crazy. I feel like I'm a little bit better at being efficient with my stuff. But on the flip side, like I literally like freeze framed that joint, went to Photoshop, like did like use the clone tool to like whatever the hell, like use the smart copy or whatever, and like made the background behind his brain, because obviously in the shot you couldn't see what was behind him. Like that's a lot of fucking work, and it
for like
it
2 seconds of
exactly like bro, I got a
video.
Exactly. Like it was small, but like that shit was crazy, and it could have been done way better. Like not saying the final product is all that, but like I can say that I was like really going hard. I had the idea for that effect and I was like really going hard, and I feel like I gotta keep doing that. You know what I mean? And I feel I just gotta challenge myself as a creator to like keep doing this crazy ass shit. And like I had never done that before. That's probably the only time I've ever done that.
I would love to believe that you were up at night and it was like late at night and you were just you were just staring at the screen and you was like, what if I cut his brain open? Like
I forget what he said. I think he said something. Sometimes on set I'll have the idea for an edit. I think he said something like the line is something about like, I don't know, some shit like split his head, whatever, some shit like that. And then on set, he was like this or some shit, and I was like, yo, I feel like I can work with that. I think it happened like that maybe, but
split this kid's brain open.
Yeah. And then I remember that effect. I remember just being like, yo, I really want to do it. All right, how the fuck I do it?
Mm-hmm.
Who do I need to like? How do I need to mask it? How do I need to like do the motion? Yeah, that I remember that effect, and I'm like, yo, I gotta keep doing that. Like, keep trying to figure out how to do some shit that I see in my mind, because this is, shit can get as crazy as you want to take it. You can do a whole video, all 3D animation in CGI, and make it look real. So like, there's no limits. This shit can get really crazy. And I feel like just I wanna get crazy with it. You know what I mean? Like, I wanna keep going harder with this shit.
I love to think about people like whenever this may sound crazy, but whenever I look for like inspiration, I always look back to like Chief Keef in 2012 and how young he was, and like he was like, I think he said he was like 16 at the time. And how when he went in to make Finally Rich, right? He was not like, I'm gonna calculate this, and like it wasn't like calculated things. It was just like him going in and being himself and like doing what he wanted, and then it went on to be such a legendary thing. Do you believe that a career path has to be a calculated kind of just like planned out thing, or do you think you could just go with the vibe and do whatever you want and you'll find yourself somewhere great?
I think it's honestly probably a mix of both. Because for real, I never set out being like, yo, I'm trying to be a director, videographer, whatever. Like, I never set out saying that, but I like to do videos, and then I kept doing videos, and like, I was seeing some money off that, so cool, and I kept building like, oh, I actually really enjoy this. But I never thought I'd be doing this like for real. I never thought I'd, open up makeshift and stuff like that. It was just like, okay, right time, right place. This is a good idea, So I do think it's kind of go with the flow. Cause then if you're not flexible with stuff, you might be wrong. Like say I think I'm like a really good videographer, but like I'm not. And I'm like, yo, but I really want to be a videographer, and I'm not making it like ever in life, and I don't have flexibility to be like, oh, maybe this shit not for me. Or not even that. Like, say I'm just like really bad with deadlines, whatever. Like, I don't know. But I just feel like it's both. Like, you gotta move smart in business. And like, calculations and stuff. Like, don't do shit just to do it. Like, be crafty with it. Like, figure out what the best steps are. But at the same time, like, don't be unflexible. Like, still go with the flow. Like, still, make connections where it makes sense. Like, I feel like it's just a mixture of flexibility and then just like being smart about this shit.
I've so yesterday, not even yesterday, like the other day, I was talking to this guy, and he has a production studio, right? And he himself only does videography. Like, he only did that beforehand, but he did a interview for I forget what it was. I think it was like the History Channel, and he was talking to me about like, so there's so many things that I didn't know. Like, there's a lighting guy who studied lighting for like 4 to 5 years. There's like a audio guy. Do you think that for the amount of money that you have to put in and invest, do you think it's more worth it for you to have a team of people that know certain things specifically? Or do you believe in like this idea of, I gotta know how to do everything and be the one man band, kind of like learn everything from the ground up, even though it takes so many years,
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think it's. I think you should know a little bit of everything. And like, I feel like a good director, a good filmmaker, whatever, should know a little bit of everything. Because if I'm a director and I know nothing about lighting, and I'm trying to explain to the person who really, really knows lighting what I want in the scene,
they're not gonna understand you.
Exactly. So I don't necessarily need to know everything, but if I want, if I have a vision, I got to be able to know enough to like communicate that. I feel like, and I feel like a team, you can do everything yourself. And like I feel like have been doing that for most of my career, but it's new levels with a team. Like I don't know everything about lighting. I don't know. I know barely nothing about sound.
Yeah.
So like if we need that on a set, it's just not a good joint if I try to do it, because like you said, it takes years to do it. So okay, if I'm trying to do everything and I'm trying to make this crazy ass product, doesn't make sense for me to. If someone spent years learning lighting, like I can't replicate that. I'm not going to go back to school for years and learn lighting. So like, I feel like it only makes sense if the product is the goal, like the best product. Like you need a team, and you need people playing on their expertise, and we can all do everything, and we should all help out, like and understand the whole vision.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you do need a team just to. I'm learning you need a team to like reach these new heights. So that's what I'm actually in the process of like doing these days, is I'm trying to build the team. I'm looking for like and I've been like when I was out in LA and stuff, like we had some, I want to say like mock runs of like having the whole team like writing some treatments and stuff. And it's not a big team, it's just like me, Embrace the Strange Films. Me and Embrace been doing a lot of stuff, and then my homie DB Mars, who I opened up the studio with, and my homie Gary, and then Sydney, who's I've been working. Gary's like a director, and then Sydney, who I've been working with for like a long time, maybe almost a year now, as like a PA assistant director role, and. Then my homie Zahura from LA, who I've also worked with a lot. So it's like like shit is falling into place on that end. And I feel like that is the next step for stuff. It's got to be done with intention though. You know what I mean? Like, it goes back to flexibility versus like moving smart. Like I want to be flexible with the team. And like go with the flow and like who's interested in stuff, but it's also like I gotta be smart about like
who you put there and
like, and what do we need, like what is everyone's strengths and weaknesses. So I gotta be smart about what are my weaknesses and like figure out someone that can my weaknesses are their strengths, so we can like balance everyone's strengths and weaknesses out and like really build.
Do you So I see that, of course, you do a lot of videos, right? But I do notice that a lot of videos, or there's a percentage of videos that you can see are more detailed and more thought out than other videos. And of course, is like, because I understand like where that's coming from.
Right.
I remember you did the video for what's his name? NXG, his artist name?
Yeah. We did one in this room, actually. Crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, that's tough.
Yeah.
Like I noticed that his videos are, I guess you could say, a lot more detailed.
Right.
Because there's some clients who are like, let's just see what happens, But then there's people like, I want this. Yeah. Like, what's the creative process like for you guys?
Yeah. So I'm trying to. Yeah. No, that's what it is. Is like working with artists and my fault.
No, you're good.
Yeah, it's a lot of different levels. So I'm still doing videos where I'm pulling up and just shooting stuff. Especially with if I haven't worked with artists before, but I'm trying to move into the realm of all treatments, all pre-production for every video. All right, let's talk concept, let's talk locations, let's talk budget, like bigger than me. Let's put it together, budget to get like actors involved if we need them, get any rentals. So I'm trying to move into that space. And the team is also like helping me. We're trying to just all move into that space where everything's more creative. I still love the pull up and shoot stuff, and it's fairly good money. So I'm still on that, but like
I just feel like I feel like it's more fun like when like because I have homies too who like want to plan stuff out. I just feel like it's an easier process and more fun when it's like, all right, we're gonna come here and we're gonna shoot this, this, and this, and then boom. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. Because like I feel like the thing that a lot of clients don't understand is like, because I can understand like, all right, I was born like in some place that, you know, money wise, like doesn't get a lot of help. Right. And I see a lot of these people who are artists, and I can see like, you know, a lot of videos are reflections on how people are living, depending on which video you want to see. Yeah. So I could understand how they could be like, well, we just gonna have them pull up, and like I could see how they could, not want to do a planned video.
Yeah, I mean it's easier, it's cheaper 9 times out of 10, and people don't need planned videos. Like I'm a big advocate of like, yo, if you just starting up as an artist, like don't come to me, like don't spend mad bread on the video, put that shit toward promotion. Like you don't need me, you need someone to get a clean video. It looks good, it presents an image you want as an artist.
Exactly.
Because you know these really high concept videos, sometimes they make artists stand out, but I feel like they're really to make artists go to like a next level and like expand themselves. If you're just starting out as an artist, like you don't need the whole package for real. Yeah. So, but I mean, also if you're paid and you are creative, because you know people are like creative, and like I'm hoping people are coming to me because you know, they feel like the team and me can like bring a more creative vision to life. So I'm hoping that like that is a reason people are coming to me. And but I love the pull up and shoot stuff. Like it's
no,
fun.
I do too.
You know what I mean?
Especially when it's someone fun that you know, like
yeah. It's just like I don't know. For whatever reason, like some of my favorite videos I've done, the videos that like I actually like are like pull up and shoot. Because the other thing with high concept, and this is on it, like this speaks to like a failure of mine, but like it's easier to mess up. You know what I mean? Like it's easier for it to look corny, look bad, for you not to get the shots you needed. So now the storyline is like doesn't make sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like if I'm pulling up on the block and everyone's outside, the energy's there. Like that shit is going to look phenomenal. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like
there's no room. Like you can get whatever you want and still make it look nice.
Exactly. So I love the pull up and shoot stuff. But I want to move more into the create, because I'm also like I can keep doing it, and I'm sure I will keep doing it. Like I've done it in the past 2 weeks, but I want to grow as an artist myself, so I want to move more, like challenge myself for these higher concepts, more pre-production oriented, like bigger ideas, like more creative storylines, more creative themes to videos. I want to challenge myself to move in that direction, but like, yeah, fuck it. Like I'll always pull up and shoot some crazy shit. Like I would love to do that. You know what I mean?
Who thought of the spaceship idea? Or was that a combination of you two?
That was that's a few things. That was that's the video. That's like, okay, full treatment, full storyboard, full shot list. Like that's the video. Which I was extremely grateful for. And you know, and that artist to video creator relationship is like really important. Because you know, I started working with NXG when he was like a few years ago, like when I was just starting. He had been doing music for some time, but like I was just starting, and I think it was one of his earliest like videos. So it's just like, I mean, I did it for $200. Crazy ass concept even at the time, and that shit was ass. Like I did like it was not a good video. But like we've been ambitious, and we've just built that back and forth in that shorthand. And that's really, my brother. Like we've done a lot of shit together and like grown so much. So then it's amazing to see like full circle come back around. That's the craziest like video I've ever done. The spaceship theme came up from the team. So, but notably, my friend Zahura, she's a creative director out in LA. Mm-hmm. So I've worked with her on a few different projects over the years. Like I've known her for like 4 years. And she really wrote the story. We had a theme. The theme was just like someone on the management team was like futuristic. We had a whole other theme. It was like a cowboy theme. But we might save that for another video because that shit was kind of fire. But someone on the management team was like futuristic. And then Zahura just took that and ran with it and like wrote out a whole story. And then we just pulled the pieces together to like make it come to life. So yeah, it was a team effort, but like big shout out to Zahura for like making sure that
was dope.
Yeah.
That was really dope.
It was good. It was it's a very important video for me because it was like, okay, we had a budget, we had a concept, we had a shot list. Like, can we do this? You know what I mean? And what can I do given more resources? Because even if I'm doing pre-production, it's not that. Like, it's not shot by shot timing. Like, you know what I mean? It's not every single angle I'm going to get on set. Like, it's not the level we did it for React. Like, that was like a new level. And it was a new budget, and it was a new amount of people on the team and actors. So it was important to just see what we could do with that amount of resources, you know?
Yeah. Is there anyone that, because I know you've worked with a good amount of people, like a very vast amount of people. But is there anyone that you like really want to like shoot a video for?
I've been listening to the new Young Thug album, and I really want to shoot for Young Thug.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Was it that video specific, that album specifically that was like?
No, I've always wanted to shoot for Young Thug. I always also wanted to shoot for Core, and I did, and that was like, that's amazing. Like it was a good feeling. But I really want to shoot for Young Thug.
Yeah.
Cause he a fucking genius, man. He's like, he a genius with this shit. And then I want to shoot I want to shoot like, I don't know, like a Vince Staples video, like something that's like out. I'm in a certain lane, you know, and I want to move outside that lane. And you know, if people have seen like a Vince Staples video, it's like creative, thematic, creative, cinematic. Like, it's a different thing than what I'm doing now, and I want to do more of that style. Vince Staples would be an amazing artist to work with, or like Isaiah Rashad, like some people would not like
be like, what? Like, yeah.
But like, I want to do that shit for real as well, you know. And I want to,
because everyone's looking to you to like all these special, crazy effects and stuff, but like, I think it's a lot. I think when I see videos that don't have as many effects in it, and the video still looks great, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, this is an amazing video.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to learn more and more. Like, I have always been heavy on the effects, and at first I was compensating for like not being good at filming and not having a good camera also. So it's like the video like looks pretty shitty out of camera, you know? So like, throw all the effects on it. All right, now it's looking cool.
I know exactly how that feels.
Yeah, you know? And so I'm trying to relearn that. And more and more I'm like, yo, if it don't look right out of camera, and like after color correction, like that's an issue. Like it's got to look hard when it's just clean cut.
Yeah.
And the effects are cool. I love effects. Like, I love being able to like get creative with that shit and make shit pop out, and like, I love that shit. But yeah, it's got to be a good video. It gotta be, you know, it's got to be a good video.
You think, is there anything else that anything else like super crazy? I know there's always super crazy stuff, but do you think that there's like anything super crazy that we should be waiting for, or like is this like, no, I can't be telling people? Because I know who you work with, and I know like they be like, you can't tell anyone about this yet.
No, I think the biggest thing is just like forming a team, like for real. I'll be saying it, but like for real, forming a team. I think that's the biggest thing. I don't know if I definitely haven't like publicly said that yet. So yeah, that's gonna be
first.
Heard it here first. Cap. That's gonna be a big step. And yeah, the videos I just shot in LA were really cool. I'm excited for those to come out. Got some shit with Planet, artist named Planet, artist I worked with before, Jay Fresh, and also one with Lil Got It. So that's exciting. Like,
that's crazy that you could just drop that name.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, yeah, that'll be fine. No, yeah, and then some crazy shit with 2 Rare and 2K Baby as well. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for all those to come out for different reasons. Yeah, the Lil Got It at this point, because I shot that, and I'm gonna be editing it. So that'll be the biggest artist I've fully had creative control. Like, I've been an editor on these projects, but like start to finish, like
this is all you.
Yeah, like directed by me. And that's cool. Like I was I'm grateful. That shit was another example. Like, that shit was random. I'd edited a video for him before. You know, the videographer, Shot by Wolf, the director. Yeah, so he, me and him like sort of know each other through Instagram and shit. And I edited a video that Wolf had shot, Forgot It. But then, yeah, it's different. Like, it's just like, Got It followed me. I DM'd him. He was like, yo, I was about to hit you up. Like, you in LA? I was like, yeah.
Damn, somebody was like, he's about to hit you up, yo.
It was just, I DM'd him. I was like, yo, let's lock in real quick. I'm in LA. Like, I'm not here for that long. Let's lock in. He was like, yeah, word. Like, I was about to text you the same thing. So that shit just came together so randomly. And it took a couple days. It's like, are we at, like, am I going to get an Addy? And then he's like, yo, where you at? Pull up. And I'm fucking pulled up. Shot that shit. Shit was cool.
I mean, I don't want to hold you up for that much time, considering that my time here is about to be over, but good interview.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was a good interview.
No, it was. Again, I don't have an outro, so I'm probably just going to end it here.
Okay.
Future Marcus, just end it right here.